Hello. How are you doing? Hopefully you guys can hear me well. Hunter x Hunter chapter 408. Hopefully there's not too much dialogue in this one because I got a bit of a sore throat. But going into this, I am expecting it. I mean, it's Morena's card game. How long do you think you'll be live? Including Bleach, like an hour and a half. But Hunter x Hunter, after this Hunter x Hunter stream, I'm going over to Twitch to watch the Bleach episode, which I still haven't watched. But yeah, sounds good. Thank you for letting me know, Tornado. How you doing, Eamon? How you doing, Rodney? Let's just dive right in. Walaikum salam, Eduardo. How you doing, bro? Let's dive right in. I'm very thrilled for this chapter. Very thrilled for this chapter. I've got this little quick guide to Morena's game to read real quick, just to refresh on a few things, because yeah, I didn't remember shit from that last chapter. I read it twice, and you know, it's one of them ones. Togashi full on like just cooked up a whole new game, expecting me to learn it all. I will, but it's gonna take more than a couple reads. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had to like compare. I mean, I read the officials last week, and I think I read TCB for my second try. I'll check the Togashi's troop one. Maybe that will make things a bit clearer for me as well. What's good, Vor? What's good, Nicholas? Let me just go over this. So a quick guide to Morena's negotiation game. This page just explains the rules. The next page explains what every card does, which I have over here. Play between a dealer and a player starts by the dealer making a request of the player, and through the game the player reaches a decision about said request. The dealer begins with 7 cards, each with the promise of giving the player information should it be chosen. Yep. The player begins with 5 cards that represent all their possible answers from the end of the game. Yep. Each turn the player picks one of the dealer's cards and gets an answer from them. Card is then discarded to the graveyard. The dealer then picks one. Yeah. I remember most of this, to be honest. It's actually not that complicated. Borkson's hand, yes or no. I think you can figure out, yeah. Return allows to return one from the graveyard. Joker can either be yes or no. If it's her final card, she can choose either. And X is neither yes nor no, can void the game itself if it is the final card. Morena will explain her goals with the aim card, which hopefully we get. I expect to get a lot of Morena in this. I expect to get a lot of Morena in this chapter, like unmasking Morena, because right now she is still a bit of an enigma. I mean, we know she absolutely hates the world and the Kakin Empire, as a product of her birth and you know, being undesirable in that sense. But in general, like, she's still an enigma. Like, how much of a threat she can be in this arc is still a question mark. Togashi can make her like the MVP if he so wishes. He can have her up there with Seri in like antag performances in terms of how much, you know, importance they hold within the arc. But I feel like these chapters will potentially ground her. We'll see. It's like the fucking regularness of life is too hot. Oh man, shout out Christopher Moltisanti, bro. Oh man, just found you for your 5-hour Bleach analysis and became an instant fan. Hey, much love, man. I appreciate you. Walaikum assalam, AC from the UAE. Solo Axe, my favorite manga analyst. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Anyways, yeah, I think we got to deal with this. It's simple. Hopefully, if I need to remember a card, I'll keep this one open. But other than that, I mean, ooh, let me put the filter up just because we play safe over here. Let's tap in, man. This was last week's chapter. Quickly want to call attention to how incredible the art was throughout this chapter, bro. Especially the eyes. Borkson's eyes in this panel. The eyes here, bro. My lord. I love the faint even here, everywhere. All the eyes in the chapter were nuts. But anyways, let's dive right in. I'm excited for this. I'm very excited for this. Chapter 408, Negotiation Part 2. You go first. Please pick a card. And Borkson is picking out of the lineup. Hopefully, I think she's gonna go for aim. I think Borkson's interested in that. I think anybody would be, just being around a presence like Morena, right? Aim card, negotiation begin. Yep. The aim card. Why did you pick this one? What, chit chat is allowed? Then I'll go for it, but there's no penalty, is there? Of course, it's alright. We might as well get to know each other. What the hell? This is, well, we've had a lot of Morena panels like this. I love it though. Say, are there others? Maybe about 50 in all? Nice try. They're not going to talk. There are others, but no more questions. Use a card if there's something you want to ask. I picked AIM to help me decide, obviously. Fine, I won't answer any more of your questions either. Oh, that's sad. Alright, if you answer one question, you can ask me one question too. Thank you. They're kind of working outside of the game in this sense then. But as the dealer, she does hold that power. Thank you. So less than 50 of them, they didn't stiffen up, and their response was quick. So my guess wasn't even close. Probably about half that. My goal is the destruction of Kakin. Once that's done, I'll keep trying until the destruction of all humanity. I need you to do that. Straight to it, huh? I love the art here, man. I love that expression. Wow. Like the angle of her face. Like, what a panel. And then the meme faces to follow it up. I love it. Huh? That's not enough at all. If complete understanding is 100, I'm at a 3 right now. No cap. Oh, you're very curious, alright? I probably should start with my upbringing. Do you know of the second track fakers? Yes, the royals without succession rights like you. Yes, the actual Morena Prudo, but I'm not even a royal. The real Morena is in a grave marked for me. Huh? What? Then who are you? We getting French. The Khan, Levar, and Laisse Majesté. That should give you an idea. You're a carnival orphan. Is the volume low? My bad. That should be a bit better, maybe? Hopefully that's a bit better. You're a carnival orphan. Khan Levar, literally farewell to the flesh, a carnival for the Kakin royal family held once every... Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh damn. Oh damn. That clicked very quickly. That's crazy. Once every few years, the royal family travels incognito to a randomly selected village and holds a feast. Every single villager is sorted on the spot as an entertainer or other. Fucking hell. Lèse Majesté, an offense against the crown, punishable by death. Before modern times, crimes even included lower-ranking officials speaking frankly and civilians looking a royal in the face. Even in present day, post-democratization, contraception, abortion, and genetic testing of royals are considered treasonous acts against the prosperity of royal descendants and are immediately punishable by death. This single panel is big, pretty big stuff for the arc. Just for Kakin world building. Yeah. My mother was forced to entertain the royals for several days without rest or sleep. Fucking hell. She was unable to even be aware that she'd become pregnant or given birth to me, and finally died when I was 2 years old. She was unable, she didn't even know All carnival orphans were scarred at birth and sent to an institution, a base of operations for a human trafficking organization run by Hai Li and affiliated with the underground hospital that treated the mothers. Is this gonna be somehow tied to Meteor City, Sarasa? Like, that description just reminded me of the dude that, you know, Krollo killed from a couple chapters ago. Or he didn't kill him a couple chapters ago, but we got that reveal. The dude with the mold. The way it was just described, human trafficking organization, I mean, that's basically what that guy was part of. And obviously Hai Li, Saradnik is tied with the Hai Li, his tattoo artist. Yeah, it's all connecting. Here we are scientifically sorted into second track fakers or flesh. I was categorized as flesh. This is so disturbing. Oh my lord. Look at the imagery there. Like, I think it kind of speaks for itself. Like, just think of the context of the sexual assault and what that looks like. This is wild. For the next 20 or so years as flesh, you get the idea. Recently, I was fortunate to become boss of High Lee. God damn, this is heavy stuff. Insanely grim, bro. What's a good wing? Man said, please recognize me. Bro, this chapter is nuts. While I fulfilled my... What is going on with this viz? Talking on some celestial dragon shit. It did come to mind when I saw the festival. It reminded me of the God Valley shit. When I fulfilled my role as flesh, I discovered a certain talent of mine and I honed it bit by bit. That's my ability, which served as a catalyst from which I came to plot Kakin's demise. The Carnival is held irregularly. Orphans are classified according to the last 2 digits of the Kakin calendar. I'm year 98. So she is... What year is it in Hunter x Hunter right now? What year is it in Hunter x Hunter right now? She's young. (2001) Oh. Kakin calendar is different. Yeah. Kakin calendar must be different. Yeah. Must be. Never mind. Over the 20 years before I became High Lee boss, there have been 7 batches of carnival children. Bro, there's a lot going on with this in this arc, bro. She's 22 years old. The most recent batch of orphans is year 20. Last year's. Okay, so we got the timeline. So she's 98. 22 years have passed. Last year was 20. So she's 23. 22 or 23. 22 followers as well. Suspicious indeed. Meaning the last carnival was held 2 years ago, the year after the democratization commemoration. The democratization commemoration celebration. That's a lot of shins, bro. Haven't read the chapter yet. What is out of 10? I'm in the middle of it right now, and it's already like a 9, just off the principle, bro. It's already off. It's Togashi, so it starts at 8. And obviously, good Morena grub pushed it to a 9. Expecting it to be a 10 by the end of it. Classic, you know what I mean? Greatest batch of all time. One of them ones. Last chapter was probably the weakest of the batch by far. And it was still a really good chapter. I mean, it just by virtue of what it is, it's never gonna be a peak chapter. Like, it's literally just a lot of dialogue and establishing the rules of what's going on in this chapter. They kind of work together. But yeah, this chapter took everything out of me. I love it. Let me keep reading, man. I'm waffling. Do you understand? Kakin hasn't changed at all, and it won't change ever. Look at the way that's all capitalized, bro. I thank you, Viz. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's in the Raws as well. That's a Togashi thing, right? Like bolding, bold dialogue. This is the general framework from which my desire to destroy Kakin grew. She also looks super Crollo to me in this top left panel. If you guys know what I mean, I'll quickly just take off the filter so you can see. I don't know what it is. It's the way the eyes are drawn, and obviously the mark in the middle of her forehead, and then that coinciding with the scar. Obviously, it's the crown of thorns, which has already got Christian imagery to it, plus the scar serving as a cross through it, so it kind of reminds me of Crollo's cross. But anyways, very, very, I love the fucking art, man. I need people to help me achieve my goal, each with special abilities. Oh, I love that panel. Wow, that is a really cool panel. Man, all of the High Lee in that one panel is my guy here. Damn, why am I forgetting his name, bro? Broski Nobunaga killed. I don't expect he will be here because he's dead. Longhee. No, not Longhee. It's not Longhee. It's close to that, though. It's close to that. It is an L name. It's not Longhee. Longhee's Beyond's daughter. It's close to that. Luini. Thank you. Luini. It's an L name. I knew it was an L name. Anyways, I don't think he is in this panel though. I don't see him, at least, unless I'm blind. No, he's there. He's there. I see him. I see him. I see the tattoo. He's there. I need people to help me achieve my goal, each with special abilities, and the one whose ability will fill the most critical role is you. That's why we invited you here, and why we're trying to recruit you. How do you know it's me? I can't answer that with this card, and that's it for this one. You know when you see a musical, the musical symbol, the musical note? Yeah. Be worried. Please slide a card toward me and flip it over. Joker. The Joker. Yes and no are no different to me, so this card has practically no effect on me. Discard the Joker and pick the next card. The Power card. Wow, you're asking about me twice in a row. I'm flattered. Hey, I'll try to explain as clearly as I can. Hey, I love this panel. Have you ever heard about Nen? I love how that's probably like very genuine as well. Like, lived an entire life as an undesirable, so I love how that's actually probably very genuine. Like, have you ever heard about Nen? Only recently. I don't know how much of what I've heard is right. It's basically a superpower and it's supposedly being used in the succession battle. That's correct, as a general understanding. It's true it's like a superpower, but anyone can learn it with training. There are also abilities that awaken people to Nen. My ability includes that aspect. Oh, so you don't need to train a long time. Yeah, well, we knew that already, but I don't know why I went, ooh, like that. It's just with the imagery, I was thinking of Wing, and it just reminded me of it. I see. Then could you tell me what your ability is? Yes, to put simply, my ability is to give abilities to those with the same goal as me, and to spread that circle. I am the dealer, or mater, as it were. With a maximum of 22 players or children, so 22, which is the distance between the last two carnivals. Well, her carnival and the last one. 22. Hey, what's good, Marvin? How you doing, bro? With a maximum of 22 players or children. Once they earn enough points, they can also become a parent themselves and produce more children. Rather like a pyramid scheme. I listen to each of their goals, consider their attributes, and assist and support the development of their abilities. How cunning. Aim and ability. The structure of the explanations is such that no matter which is picked first, you want to hear the other. If I picked ability first, she wouldn't go any further than this. To be honest, we, or I rather, don't want Kakin to cease to exist. Duty, responsibility, national defense, none of it means much to me. I was going to float through the rest of the hopefully long life ahead of me. It's unnerving to have someone else's big ambitions suddenly waltz in and mess all that up. I don't need it. Oh, each? Isn't it to destroy Kakin? I listen to each of their goals. Isn't it to destroy Kakin? Bro, this is incredible, man. Even Borkson is incredible. Incredible. Oh, Beyond? I saw him in the corner of my eye, but it's probably, yeah, okay. I was in military school, okay, this is Borkson's POV. I was in military school since before I can remember, and I was taught that my duty was defending the country's safety, as long as war doesn't break out during my lifetime, right? Fortunately, I was smart enough to squeak into officer training school. We had to risk our lives to listen to pop songs from rival countries a few months after their release. But learning about the untouchable outside world was a normal part of our high school curriculum. We have the worst flood control in the world, yet we rank highest. Bro, this chapter is a world building, like, this is dense as fuck. We have the worst flood control in the world, interesting detail, yet we rank highest in manufacture of man-made particles that linger in the stratosphere, and information processing, throughput. That's the kind of country I live in, but it's still home. All I wanted was to have a modest, ordinary life in my own little corner, or probably somewhere in between military prep school instructor in the boonies and, I don't know, secretary number 4 for the General Affairs Office Deputy Director at the National Defense Agency. Very, very particular way of putting it, Borkson. I don't want any of this. things turned iffy when Beyond or whoever pledged to go to the new continent. And now we're talking about superpowers and destroying humanity? Bro, Big Beyond, man. It's actually crazy how he literally takes the world beyond, bro. Oh man. Destroying Kakin is my own personal goal. I feel sorry for you. I really do. So that's Porkson. Destroying Kakin is my own personal goal. The larger goal we have in common here is killing people in general, either directly or indirectly. We all have different reasons and circumstances, targets and quotas. Those are our own small goals. Literally some Phantom Troop shit, bro. It's bar for bar. And it's done in a way where Phantom Troop is mostly subtextual in this sense, right? Like, we don't really have... The Phantom Troop, this isn't spelled out for us. This is being spelled out for us the way the Highly operates. But it feeds into them and it kind of, like, adjacently spells out the Phantom Troop in a way, which I love. But even if I wanted someone in my life to go away, I never considered murder as an option. I feel sorry for you, I really do, but you're okay. I'm glad I found out that you're an honest person and that I can't relate at all to your goals. With this information, I have to get out of this extraordinary mess no matter what. The superpower is greatly affected by personality and state of mind. Look at the art, man. Insane chapter. You just said personality affects superpowers. How do you know my ability that I don't even have yet is important when you hardly know me? You can hide behind the rhetoric that everyone is special. Isn't that a negotiation tactic to make me think I'm special? You are a specialist. Nen abilities are classified into 6 types. Yours is very rare among them. One of my people is an enhancer. He enhanced his sense of smell and gained the ability to sniff out abilities. He's currently at the level where he can identify a person's type just from the faint aura they emit before they awaken to Nen. Man like Dogman. Bro, this chapter, man, what the fuck? Even now he's searching for people like you, specialists before they know Nen. It may not be accurate, as it's from my own research, but I think the occurrence of specialists is about 1 in 3,000 people. Thank you for that interesting tidbit. Surely you can figure out what that means. It's comparatively rare, to be sure, but there could very well be 50 to 60 more of them aboard the ship. It would be... Look at this panel, bro. It would be best if we can find someone with the larger goal in common. It doesn't have to be you in particular. This is making references to their dialogue earlier that I haven't fully remembered. I need to go back to that. Can I do that later? Or, yeah, I'll go back to it later, man. It's one of those chapters. Live reacting to a chapter as dense as this, you're not gonna take it all in. I'm gonna have to read this 3-4 times. In fact, it doesn't have to be you in particular. In fact, Dogman, has come across a few specialists who know Nen already. He was quite excited that one of them was a floor master of the Heavens Arena. That's my boy Crollo. Super famous among the MMA crowd. Crollo's famous among the MMA crowd. That's a funny detail. That's what I mean by risking. That's what I mean by your risk increasing the longer this takes. That's it for explaining abilities. I want to hear a bit more about specialists, specifically about what kind of ability you'd have me acquire. He has to be, he's a floor master. Now, I mean, obviously makes sense, but just seeing it put into words is funny. Like Dogman being a fanboy of him is funny as well. That's closely related to the yes and no cards. Oh, yeah, I saw him. I zoomed in and I saw him. I'll explain about specialists. Put very simply, it's just very, very useful. There are some practical limitations for the other type. Transmuters, for example, have a hard time learning manipulative abilities. The specialists have none of that. If there were any negatives at all, it's that they might not realize their specialists focus on another type and regret it later. This can and does happen. Gon? I honestly, like, it wouldn't, not that, it wouldn't be, I could see Gon, just his Nen type just changing. The thing with Nen types, right, it's an affinity, but the other ones, you can still learn it. You're just gonna cap off, you're gonna have a lower ceiling in them. You're born of them. But I'm thinking Gon, like, Gon's he was an enhancer the entire story, but he's a kid. He's a kid. and his ability just reflects that aspect of him, the fact he's a kid. This happened with Kurapika. Kurapika's got the scarlet eyes. That's what taps him into being a specialist. Other than that, he's more of a transmuter. Gon, I think, makes a lot of sense. If he focused on enhancement and he turns out to be a specialist next time we see him. Gon definitely. I mean, Jing to me is probably a specialist, and I see Gon being very similar to Jing the more the story progresses. Anyways, so if you know what you are beforehand, you can try learning a really unique ability that doesn't belong to any type, or a hybrid ability that would usually require training in multiple types to an advanced level. As a side note, I'm also a specialist. Oh, my ability is quite unique. Join me in learning and improving Nen abilities based on points. How convenient. An advanced hybrid of all 5 types, it seems. So of course I have a specific request pertaining to your ability, but that's more for this card over here, so I can't say anything else. I'm sorry. If you pick the yes card, I'll tell you what kind of ability I'd want you to learn if you choose to join us. It's part of the discussion of what role you'd be expected to have once you join our team, rather than a question of Nen ability. Got it? Yes. No matter which card I pick next from the 4 remaining, it doesn't change my number of options. It seems like she still answers questions a bit on the cards, even after they get sent to the graveyard. Besides the question A card. The more information I have, the better. But the time risk she mentioned also comes into play. Whether I prolong this game or not can be decided once my options become limited. And she draws the yes card. Oh dear, that's too bad. Look at her trolling. The second card and you're already not joining us? The others are also disappointed. This tells me at least they haven't witnessed any cheating in the past. But don't be optimistic. Have they even played this game before with someone who doesn't want to join them? If I'm the first, of course they'd react this way. Oh well, I'll do my best until the very end. No and X are very different after all. Do you want to know him? Do you want to know how? Well, sure, I'll oblige. I'll pick the no card. Okay, I'll explain what happens if the no card is the last to remain. The essential part is the difference. No means you won't join us, whereas X voids the game itself. We consider no as a firm expression of your will, a complete and irrevocable rejection. Here it comes. Yes and no are basically the same. This is the time to persuade or threaten me until I think yes is the only option between yes and no. the background of 10011100, the binary background, I'll take it to mean you and those around you will not be one of us. You'll be classified as other, simply points for us to accrue in order to level up and to attain our goal. We won't try to recruit you again, however we can't have you leave after you know our secrets. And there it is. Doesn't that basically mean even the X card is pointless? Look at that panel. The third trap, that this game itself is all a trap to make me say yes. My lord. What a page. Damn, that's beautiful. What if Seri and Morena are both Beyond's children? What, the carnival children? And that's why I wouldn't... Bro, Beyond scares me, man. Beyond was probably going to these carnivals as well, man. He's Nasubi's boy. Like, he was probably going to these fucked up carnivals. And, you know, ravaging villages and shit. Nagashi and Skulls, my favorite duo. He never flops with the Skulls. If the X card remains, it would still be the same, that you know our secrets, but that too will be included in the voiding of the game. Honestly, I'm on Morena's side after this chapter. She got it. Oh, Kakin needs to go down. It needs to be demolished. But I wouldn't say I'm particularly on like Morena's side. I just want to see. I feel like Kakin is a bit fucked regardless, and I just want to see how that's gonna happen. Whether it be Morena, Beyond, Phantom Troop, like Hisoka, so many different people it could be. Seri. Not intentionally, of course, but burying the kingdom. This is going to be the downfall of their empire. If the X card remains, it would still be the same, that you know our secrets, but that too will be included in the voiding of the game. That doesn't mean we'd erase your memory. We'll trust you and pretend that none of this happened. And we'll try not to make any contact with you if at all possible. Not to mention there'll be no cheating by twisting that none of it happened into pulling it, hey, we never met, have we? Let's play a game. We'll also try not to involve anybody around you. Very fair and like honest with everything, but like not honest, but very like best case, not best case scenario, because they still forced her into this game to start with, but you know, they're coming across as friendly. Like if you get away, you get away. We'll also try not to involve anybody around you. Specifically, we'd go over the information we learn and the people you care about, share that info among us, and avoid those people. Although considering our ultimate goal, the more correct expression would be put them off until later, because we're still trying to kill everybody. To save time, I need to ask outright, the X card not only has no merits for you, but the risks to you are high. I can't believe that you trust me under these circumstances either. Can you explain how this makes sense for you, so I'd understand? Oh good, I was about to explain. It's actually a long story, but the merits are precisely that it's very risky. I see vows and limitations, high risk, high return. It's a very important component in Nen. Hey, thank you for the £2 chumper. Hope your day's been good, bro. Hunter x Hunter 2 good. This chapter is nuts, man. It's nuts. I appreciate you for the support, man. I'll be reading chat in a second. I'm locked in. We're nearly finished with the chapter. I see. Vows and limitations. High risk, high return. It's a very important component in Nen. If the negotiations fail in a game of life or death, well, that's it. Even if that comes at great risk, I must accept the outcome. By playing the game that way, my ability can more strongly support my team. It's the same for those who join. By taking on the risk that you die if no is your last card, the effects of my ability and the resulting team unity becomes stronger. Love that panel. That didn't upset you much. Wonderful. Well, I knew it was coming, and I guess it doesn't feel real yet. Oh, it will feel quite real when you're down to 2 cards. Go on. X. Now the cards I have left are No, Death, and Return, Survival. Literally a 50-50. What's going on? Special martial law. Special martial law has been declared. This is not a drill. Repeat. I was spoiled on this, and I forgot I was spoiled on this. I was spoiled on this. I knew martial law started. Oh my days. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that means though. That's a bro, I got so consumed by this chapter, I forgot about this. Before I started the stream, the first thing I was gonna say was I've been spoiled on martial law, but I dived right into it and I forgot about it. But man, martial law, who did Hulkenberg pull something off? Did Benjamin figure it out, the Barcelona Hulkenberg stuff, and just put it in? Bro, I think we might actually be at the turning point. Bro, this is scary, man. But if I don't think we're at the turning point. Maybe I'm just, you know, maybe I'm expecting the bro. If this game somehow ends up being like the midpoint of the arc, turning point would be nuts. We've said that so many times. Nah, I don't think we're at the turning point. I don't think there is a turning point. I don't think Succession War is structured like that. I feel like there's gonna be crazy shit happening from start to finish. This batch has been nuts, man. I mean, it's still set up predominantly, but even, I don't know. It is predominantly set up, but it's crazy stuff still happening. Like the Succession War stuff is not set up. Succession War's in motion, and big things are happening. I mean, Hulkenberg's dead. We're literally we're at his funeral right now. Well, his funeral finished. What's the timeline again? This game is happening hours after the funeral, right? But we just saw the start of the funeral with Chrollo walking through. So something might have happened. But Moraine is just chilling playing the game, which implies the ship isn't really. He has a habit of mixing setup with payoff. Yeah, it's not yeah. Hunter x Hunter is not really like it's a story where yeah, it juggles between the two. Next two chapters gotta be crazy. Morena and Books inside is in the climax, and martial law definitely got activated because something happened during the funeral. Did I miss the reaction? You did, my brother Sen. VOD's gonna stay up though. VOD will stay up if you're trying to tune in. But man, what a chapter, my lord. Khan Levar, literally farewell to the flesh, a carnival for the Kakin royal family held once. They're on some Celestial Dragon shit, bro. They're literally on some Celestial Dragon shit, bro. This is just, it's... Now your guy, the DC guy, oh my goat, go back to 400. Kaiser told him what to do when they declare martial law. You talking about Steiner? My boy Steiner? Let me take this off because I'm about to log in. I know exactly what you're talking about, but let's just go back to it because I am interested. Is it 400 or was it like 401? Yes, here. Books the melody. Nah, I don't think it's in 400, is it? I need Kakin gone. Bro, we're gonna witness their collapse, bro. I'd like this incident to be the halfway point. Oh, it's here. Mr. Steiner, a moment. Sir, if the first prince's men or the royal army come here, press this button. I can only ask you as an outsider. Ah, but the Justice Bureau is the most neutral institution here. Once special martial law is declared, it will instantly turn into a dictator's base. Bro, so all of this Kaiser setup we've been having in the last few chapters, if Kaiser's being manipulated by someone who has the Justice Bureau in their back pocket, then martial law might be something they've been waiting for. I know I've seen some theories that Kaiser's working for Morena. It will instantly turn into a dictator's base. The military temporarily taking in control of the powers of the government in case of a national emergency. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Whoever is manipulating Kaiser is in the game. Whoever's manipulating Kaiser is in a very powerful position on this ship. What do you think caused the martial law? You think it was Krollo or someone else? I don't know. I don't know about Krollo still. I don't know if it's a... I don't think the Mafia War and the Succession War are going to cross paths and intersect for a little longer. I think Morena is going to be the main bridge connecting the higher tiers and lower tiers. I think what happened to cause martial law is something between Hulkenberg and Benjamin, between their feud. Something happened between them. But that's just me. I could be totally wrong. I can't be confident with how Togashi's going to plot an arc like this, bro. It can go in any direction. But to me, it just feels like Morena is going to be responsible for bringing together those two stories. I mean, they're already pretty connected, but you know what I mean. Like, properly mixing the Mafia and Succession. Oh, Kurapika's Nen class. Bro, that Nen class is... That Nen class to me is as much of a... As a potential pot, like a... something brimming with potential as Hulkenberg's funeral procession, because you've got Camilla's Undesirable there coming to try and kill Wobu. You've got Silent Majority cooking. There's so much going on in the Nen class. Bro, this is a crazy day. Who do you guys think Beyond has spoken to whoever he wanted to speak to yet? Do you think that conversations happened off screen, or do you think we're gonna see it? Because it's been a few days since then. But Beyond's meeting could have been like scheduled for like a week later. I mean, he just told Tiger guy, I always forget his name, Kanzai. He told Kanzai, I want to talk to someone. We're gonna see him speak to Jing. I still don't know if Jing and Paris are on this ship, man. Odin the off-screen king, not him. Nah, but I think some things I don't mind being off-screen. Like, But bro, Togashi's been going insane with the different POVs, bro. Seeing the Hisoka stuff from last batch again, this batch with the new context that it's Bonolenov is so fucking fire, bro. Don't forget, we still don't know what happened in the Nen class because we skipped it. Yeah, we're probably gonna go back to it. I love how the time jumps and it's not linear whatsoever. Time in this arc is not linear whatsoever. We jumping back and forth. The class started at 9 AM, I think. We're going to go back. I need to know how Pariston responds to this elite rattling from Jing. What do you think of Boruto? One of these days, man, I'm gonna tap in. I haven't read it. The assassination might have gone off. We smoking on that Lazarus pack. Chill on Lazarus, man. Yeah, and it transitions well. It flows. It flows. Make a video making a timeline of the events so far. Oh. That sounds like a lot of work, bro. I think I'll pass, man. I'll leave that to the others. I'm sure people have made something like that before. I know people. I think I'm gonna call it there, man. Crazy chapter. One of those that I'm definitely gonna read 2 or 3 times before next week. Man, I feel like I need to read previous chapter as well to really get the game and understand some parts of the chapter that might have not fully have gotten. Like it probably hits if you fully understand the game from the way Togashi explained it. If you fully understand the game and you're fully like immersed in that aspect of the chapter, the cards being drawn and what was happening next, that element of it probably hits. For me, I wasn't really tuned into that because I'm not gonna lie, too much for my small little brain to comprehend. But it was just the dialogue in general, the information we were getting, and the character writing from Arena, and the general art and all of that was phenomenal. But I'll take it. Martial law will finally make Franklin move from the cafeteria. Franklin's fucking, he's actually the GOAT, bro. Man said, yo, Hisoka looking for us? Nah, man, I'll wait for him to find me. I saw another YouTuber mention how interesting the whole meat thing is, because that was essentially Meruem's idea for humans too. Yeah. There's a lot of that between Chimera Ant and Succession War. Everywhere. There's a lot of that. Franklin camping. Franklin's the big brain of this arc. Are we expecting gas from Franklin? Or is he a character that you could see just like not getting that much? Like, are you guys expecting him to get prominent screen time, like a fight, more than one fight, a lot of stuff, or not? Didn't Meruem change his mindset on humans? He did. But when he was first born, the whole that meat and flesh analogy is used. It's very early on. Let me see if I can pull it up. Like chapter 230s, around there. Before Komugi. Pre-Komugi Meruem. Brother was a demon. Anyways, people, I'm gonna call it a day. Actually, why am I saying call it a day? I'm going to Twitch to stream the Bleach episode, but I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this stream here for now. Bleach on Twitch in probably like 10-15 minutes. See you guys there. Peace. Take care, people. Thank you guys for tuning in.